terrible tea. Honestly, like the worst sweet tea I've ever tasted in my life. What's going on with me? Like, am I hating sweet tea now? Like, it's gotta be California. If I can't find decent sweet tea, I'm gonna have to start brewing it on my own. Off to the mountains. Want to buy a trailer? Well, I'm selling one. I mean, it's kind of like, I don't paint or anything like that really, but I have all these video documentations, and like, when I look back at these things, if I can make myself sit through them, start really seeing things like, oh my god, like I was trying to figure that out. Like my artist in resident, Liz Cohen, was like, just make stuff. She's like, just keep going, and so I was just like, keep making peace. I'd make like a video, I'd make like a performance a week, and I was just like hashing through this stuff, and I was like, I have no idea where this is going. And then looking back at it, like especially now, like years, a couple years later, just being like, oh my god, like I can see that I was like really trying to flesh out these ideas. Got all my ideas in it for when I'm driving down the road. Look at this. It says sleep video. Set up a week where I sleep alone, and I was going to pay 2 people and give them keys to my house, and at any point in the semester when I was sleeping, they were to come in and try and kidnap me in the middle of the night while I was sleeping. I don't know, I guess I was just going to see how I was going to react if someone came in, and it's so weird. That's awesome. saw a guy have a seizure here the other day, and he was so defiant. He was like, "Get off me! Get off me!" And then he like runs out of the store, and his wife is still paying for groceries. And like the firefighters are like, "Ma'am, can you please help us?" He's like, "I'm waiting on my change." And there's this guy wandering in the Target parking lot. And then, like, he's just irate, and he won't get into the ambulance, and he's, like, walking toward his car, and they're like, "Sir, do you want your shoes?" And he's like, "Fuck you." And then they're like, "Sir, you don't have any shoes on." And he's like, he looks down, and he's like, "Where are my shoes?" Like, "We're trying to give them to you." God, I'd hate to be a firefighter here. Yeah, I'd just like a large half-cut iced tea, please. I know why I put everything in the performance, you know, like every little piece that is in the frame, like kind of like a photograph, since I came from like a photographic background, you know, you really are conscious of everything that's in the image, so I just kind of transfer that over to performance. A lot of the performances I do, people like question, is it real? Like, is it really happening? Or am I faking it? And I kind of like that. Like a lot of people were like, "Did you stay in that box the whole time?" You know, I did, but it's fun. It's fun for people to be like, "You didn't do that."
A performance artist is getting some nationwide attention.
Yeah, it's all for the way that he's making his trip right here to Portland. His name is Jordan Long. He's built a crate that'll hold him for 1 week.
I built like a chair that kind of like allowed me to kind of sit like this, and I had my computer over here, and then my feet would go down here, and then I had 5 gallons of water up above my head. And I had the protein bars to the side. On the other side, I had like a little pee container, and there's a little hole cut out with plexi in it, where that's how they monitored me from outside of the vehicle. They could watch my pee go up, and it was turning colors the whole week, so they could kind of tell how dehydrated I was or how bad it was going. And then I had my container for my crap, you know, in the back. LA. Pretty simple. It was pitch black in there, so I had a fan blade break, and everything went wrong, and then I realized that my only light was the computer screen. This morning, we went through a really rough patch. It ended up snapping my processor blade fan off, one of them. Still rattling though, working, but rattling. So it took me like 3 hours to get this fan blade in my computer fixed in the dark, so. But, you know, it worked, so that was sweet. It was really nice. Where we do the pretty gallery. There's like a little artist-run space that we're doing in LA, because we figured we're gonna have a studio, and I know how to do carpentry and stuff, and another artist, Matt Glass, and I kind of like fix up the space, and Emily Hurley and I own it, and everything's like on casters and rollers, so we have our studios in there, and then when we want to have a show, we just pull everything out of there into the offices and have a show, and then go back to, you know, later on having our studio, so it's nice. I feel like that's when I make my most, like the best work, is when I'm like really uncomfortable and I have no idea if it's going to work, and I think it's going to fail. I like that idea, so I'm just going to kind of keep chasing that, I think, and seeing where that takes me. Hopefully it doesn't take me straight to the sewers, but we'll see. Who knows? So dumb. So dumb. Sweet tea's pretty good.